make this office operational and under the motto, One Rohde and Schwarz. Thanks to you, Your Excellency, and ministers and appreciated guests for being here today and to celebrate with us the official inauguration of Rohde and Schwarz Software Development Laboratory here in Kigali. We were waiting for this moment for almost 2 years, but we are happy to be here now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Hans, for the warm welcome remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now hand over to our next speaker of the day. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the Counsellor of the German Ambassador to Rwanda, Mr. Peter Primos.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Rwanda, honorable ministers here present, sehr geehrter Herr Riedel, lieber Herr Boos, distinguished guests, it's a great honor to speak to you here on the occasion of the launch of the opening of the Rwanda Asia branch of Rohde and Schwarz. The office was already functional, I think, since 2 years, so the launch has been delayed a little bit. And I first talked to Mr. Boos about the project in March. And I'm very honored that with 20-25 other German companies like Volkswagen and also in the future BioNTech, Rohde and Schwarz with software development will complete the picture of the German companies and German economy present in Rwanda, where we have such close bilateral ties. Worldwide, digital technology has become one of the most important ingredients to the social and environmental transformation, which is also a big priority for the German government in our bilateral cooperation. Rwanda's leadership on digital transformation is a model for other countries worldwide. 2019, the biggest digital transformation center funded by the German Federal Ministry for Development Cooperation was opened in Kigali. I find it important that the Digital Transformation Center activities help to reduce structural social inequality between urban and rural regions, young and old, women and men. In order to reinforce our cooperations towards that end, Germany has committed 22.5 million euros for the Rwandan ICT facility over the last 2 years. Its purpose is to improve also services through digital solutions. The people of Rwanda are to benefit from the facility through improved systems, for example, in the field of smart cities and also in education. The center is also collaborating closely with the Smart Africa Secretariat. So far, enormous progress in artificial intelligence, development of smart city solutions, digital inclusion, and support for digital startups has been made. In addition, Germany also supports the digital startup ecosystem with various programs. The most known are the Westerwelle Startup House and Star Africa in collaboration with the University of Koblenz Landau. We also collaborate with AIMS, the New Einstein Initiative, where we have also lecturers in mathematics coming from Germany, and we take in also scholars from Rwanda to study in Germany. And only lately there was another addition to the landscape of digital transformation, where also you, Excellency, were present, the opening of the Center for Industrial Revolution, the Fourth Industrial Revolution, in the presence also of the World Economic Forum, Mr. Klaus Schwab, where Rwanda will focus on the regulation and on also digital solutions for in the medical field, where there are also already some famous examples like the flying drones to supply blood samples and other urgent medications in the country. So I praise very much that with Rohde and Schwarz, homegrown solutions and gifted software developers from Rwanda are integrated into the global value creation chain And I also very much appreciate the increase of number of employees, because also in Germany, just a recent figure came out that there's a vacancy of jobs in the field of engineering and IT specialists, and it's quite high. It was 151,000 only in the first quarter of 2022. So we rely on gifted IT specialists also from Rwanda, and I wish the company and our bilateral cooperation the most success. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Primos. Ladies and gentlemen, now we come to a very insightful and, well, educative phase. We'll be hearing from a representative from Rohde and Schwarz Rwanda branch, and he will be showing us what they've been about the past 2 years.
Your Excellency, my name is Diogene Nijena. I am a team lead of the Software Development Lab in Rwanda. I am very honored to be here to be talking about what we do and what we have been doing for the last 2.5 years. Your Excellency, we are working on a library called PES2. It's a Rohde and Schwarz product. So it mainly does network and traffic classification and application awareness. On the next slide, I'm going to be talking about why would you need to know about the network traffic in your own institution. Let's take an example of the different areas that we deal with on our daily life. For example, we always deal with airports, we deal with hospitals, we deal with banks on our everyday life. So due to the sensitivity of the traffic that is exchanged within these kind of institutions, they are also exposed to different cyber attacks. Our job in Rwanda is to develop a library which will help different communities to be able to spot those kind of attacks and prevent them before they even happen. So a little bit of technicalities how PES2 works. So PES2 is a deep packet inspection, which is mainly referred to as DPI. The way it does, let's take a scenario where you have 3 envelopes. So you take the first envelope, you put in money. The second one, you put in a paper. The last one, you just leave it empty. You seal the envelopes and you push them through a certain communication channel. Let's assume there's a certain tool over the communication channel that is going to say, in this particular envelope, there's money without having necessarily to open the envelope. That is what we call a DPI engine or a DPI library. And that is what PES2 does, and that is really what the team in Rwanda is developing and contributing to. With PES2, we are able to cover more than 3,000 applications and protocols in terms of classifications. On top of that, we also do what we call metadata extraction, where we just extract some of the useful information that we give to the customers so that they can make some informed decisions depending on the requirements of their institutions. Further, we also are able to classify different applications even if they're encrypted, which also brings us to different intruders who always try to mimic some of the known applications. But since we can be able to differentiate those kind of malicious traffic, even if they're highly encrypted, our library is in a position to tell this is different malware X, and we can be able to spot it and prevent from harming the institution. Some of the use cases in which PES2 as a library can be used, we have cyber defense. This is one of the main application area of PES2. We have firewalls, we have intrusion detection and prevention systems. We also have the quality of enhancing that layer 2 protocol. And all of the protocols now are covered. Even if they are sophisticated, the team is also contributing, and this is something we are really proud of. Your Excellency, as we all know, the fourth industrial revolution is bringing so many benefits and opportunities for the community. But at the same time, it also brings some of the challenges for DPI developers like ourselves, where the technology is really expanding very fast. So we have 4G, 5G, tomorrow 6G, but all of those are challenging because we also have to keep running after the change of the technologies. However, Your Excellency, what we did in Northern Schwarz, mainly in Rwanda, we are also contributing to bringing some innovative solutions, and we support machine learning techniques, which are very advanced techniques in which we can also be able to differentiate the kinds of the traffic, irrespective of how the traffic is really sophisticated. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. That is what we've been working on for the last 2 years.
I request that we appreciate him once more for that captivating possibility of a safer and connected world. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the pleasure of introducing our next speaker, Mr. Peter Riddle, who is the President and COO of Rohde and Schwarz Group. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Paul Kagame, President of the Republic of Rwanda, honorable ministers, dear permanent Deputy Ambassador Peter Primos, honored customers, business partners, friends of Rohde and Schwarz, dear Hans Boos, dear colleagues. I'm delighted to be here today to celebrate this very special day with all of you at the Convention Center here in Kigali. I'd like to express my sincere congratulations to Mr. Boos and the lab team on your official opening. As you have already indicated, Mr. Boos, the circumstances for setting up a new subsidiary couldn't have been more, let's call it, unique. To prepare for this journey, I had a look through my old calendar. Originally, the opening ceremony was scheduled for March 2020, but then COVID-19 brought the world to a standstill. Everyone involved in our special project suddenly found themselves facing new and unexpected challenges. There was simply no blueprint what to do next. However, Mr. Boos, you and your team and everyone else involved succeeded in setting up an R&D lab in Africa in the middle of a pandemic. An entirely new experience for Rohde and Schwarz. And even among international technology companies, you would have to search far and wide to find this kind of commitment. Bravo, chapeau. Today proves that we have picked the right people in the right country. Rohde and Schwarz is now represented in over 70 countries with strong regional hubs in Asia and the USA. And now we have set course for Rohde and Schwarz R&D footprint in Africa. Again, I wish to express my heartfelt thanks. Rwanda has made significant progress in many areas in recent years in terms of stability, security, economic growth, anti-corruption, equal rights, and, especially important for us, digitalization. Also, the pandemic has slowed development. The decisive Rwandan response kept case numbers relatively low during the pandemic. On many levels, Rwanda has got such a good reputation that we have heard about it in Munich. This made it even more a pleasure for me to meet you, Your Excellency President Paul Kagame, at the Munich Security Conference in 2018. That meeting marked the starting point for a fruitful and productive collaboration, and today we are celebrating the first highlight here. Thank you for coming. This is yet another sign of the outstanding support we have received from everyone in Rwanda. In 2018, I enjoyed the Rwandan hospitality for the first time. That was also my very first visit to Africa, and it left a lasting impression with its diverse landscapes of volcanoes, rainforests, and savanna, and all so close together. On that trip, I also had the privilege of attending the traditional Kwita Isina festival, where I was made godfather of a baby gorilla. There I am at the ceremony, but I would much rather show you my godchild, Umuzaruru. Every time I visit the vibrant city of Kigali, I'm impressed. The monthly Muganda is not so different from the traditional German Kehrwoche, the weekly cleaning duties common in the southwest of Germany. The residents take responsibility for their city. What responsibilities and values is Rohde & Schwarz embracing with its commitment in Rwanda? Founded almost 90 years ago as a two-man laboratory in a Munich apartment building that didn't even have an office building, Rohde & Schwarz has since expanded into a global corporation. With 2.3 billion euros revenue and over 13,000 employees in more than 70 countries. Rohde & Schwarz is still a privately owned company. This has kept us independent of financial and capital markets and allows the Rohde & Schwarz tradition of long-term sustainable and trusted customer relationships to continue. In the spirit of this tradition, the Rohde & Schwarz Software Development Lab in Kigali is part of our commitment to a long-term presence, sustainable growth and stability to ensure a safer and connected world. We are pursuing development in and with Africa, not for Africa. With this in mind, we have already found reliable partners in Rwanda, such as QT Global Software Limited, to address the local market, and Digital Skills Accelerator Africa, along with the German Corporation for International Cooperation GmbH. Together with them, we promote and develop homegrown talents and will continue to do so. As a technology company, Rohde & Schwarz strives to recruit the best talents in the world. I'm delighted to announce that we have hired Diogene, you saw him before, as a strong local team lead for our subsidiary in Kigali. We have long been renowned for our experts who make Rohde & Schwarz a technology leader in our business fields. At the Rohde & Schwarz Software Development Lab, we will develop products for the global market. We envision a success story modeled on our hub in Singapore, where we started exactly 25 years ago with just 5 employees. From these modest beginnings, it has since grown into a strong global hub with 450 employees. I hope to tell a similar success story about this lab in 25 years from now. Let's work together on this goal. I'm confident that with highly motivated employees like you, we have already laid the foundation for this. Next, we want to substantially increase the number of employees. We are working hard to recruit new talents. On top of that, we will first perform a training on the job for the National Cybersecurity Authority. Second, develop a curriculum for a cybersecurity academy here in Rwanda. Third, provide the equipment for a Center of Excellence for Cybersecurity in Rwanda. Fourth, sponsor an RF laboratory for 24/7 usage by students and engineers, together with our partner QT Global Software. I'm looking forward to many success stories based on our joint efforts here in Rwanda. Let's get going. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those warm remarks and words of commitment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is a champion for innovation. He believes innovation is about knowledge. It is about mindsets. It's also about the use of technology in finding the solutions for our everyday problems. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to please rise as we welcome our guest of honor, His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda.
Please be seated. Peter Reader, President. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Rohde & Schwarz, senior government officials, executives, and members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'm happy to join you today for the inauguration of the Rohde and Schwarz Rwanda office. Allow me to start by thanking Peter and the entire Rohde and Schwarz leadership for accepting to have our country as a long-term partner. In fact, a bit of the story has been told by Peter when I visited, when we met and visited their company headquarters, and we had a discussion. So on the simple expression of invitation for Peter and the company to come to Rwanda, he, without hesitation, accepted the invitation, and as they say, the rest is history, right? So today we are here enjoying this moment of significance. Over the years, Rwanda has made significant progress in developing our digital economy. There is a lot more to do, a lot. Our strategy focuses on creating an enabling environment for business while investing in broadband infrastructure and digital skills. The Kigali International Financial Center, Kigali Innovation City, and the Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution are just 3 examples of many things we are trying to do or can do in the near future. Our vision is to become a trusted hub for digital financial services and technology innovation in our region and beyond. Rohde and Schwarz is already a positive addition to Rwanda's technology community through the software development lab started in 2019. Key public institutions in Rwanda are already making use of these applications. The launch of Rohde and Schwarz Rwanda office, the first in our continent, will only enhance the good collaboration we have seen. I commend the company's new commitments in cybersecurity training and curriculum development, as well as the support for a radio frequency lab in conjunction with the QT Software, a Rwandan software company. What has determined our progress as a country is the focus we have put on our people, especially the young people. I therefore encourage you to continue collaborating with our higher education institutions going forward. You have our full support. Consider us as a reliable partner, and please feel at home. This is one of your many, or maybe, I don't know, few places you can call your home. Once again, Congratulations on the launch of this office, and I thank you for your kind attention, but I'm also looking forward to visiting your offices and your labs quite soon. So I'll be your guest one of these days. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, please have your seats. We'll now get into our photo session moment. The protocol will guide the concerned to join our guest of honor, and we'll proceed shortly.
Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika Paul Kagame rero nk'uko mwari mubikurikiye akaba amaze gutangiza ku mugaragaro ishami ry'ikigo Rohde and Schwarz, akaba ari ikigo cy'Abadage kizoberewe mu gutanga serivisi z'ikoranabuhanga cyane cyane mu bijyanye n'ubwirinzi n'umutekano mu by'ikoranabuhanga. Iki kigo kikaba gifunguye ibiro byacyo ku nshuro ya mbere hano ku mugabane wa Afurika. Iri shami ryacyo rero rikaba rifunguwe hano mu Rwanda, ngira ngo nk'uko perezida w'iki kigo, umuyobozi wacyo mu Rwanda ndetse n'ambasaderi w'Ubudage mu Rwanda babigarutseho, nta yindi mpamvu yatumye bahita mu Rwanda ni uko u Rwanda rufite politike ihamye yo guteza imbere ibijyanye n'ikoranabuhanga ariko n'ishoramari, kubera ko ibi bigo aho bigeze abari ishoramari bitanga akazi ariko bigatanga n'ibisubizo mu by'ikoranabuhanga nk'iby'iki kigo cya Rohde and Schwarz gitanga. Bagaragaje ko batangiye mu mpera za 2019 ariko nyine nk'uko twahoze tubivuga kare, icyorezo cya COVID-19 kikaba cyarabakomye mu nkokora, ndetse kugeza magingo aya bakaba bizeye ko imikorere yabo izarushaho kwihuta nyuma yaho iki cyorezo kigenjeje amaguru makeya, ndetse hakaba hari n'icyizere cyo kugitsinda. Nyakubahwa Perezida wa Repubulika Paul Kagame rero akaba ashimiye ubuyobozi bw'iki kigo kuba bwaremeye kuza gukorera hano mu Rwanda, kandi bikaba ari ibintu byihuse cyane. Reka tubashimire, tubifurize gukomeza kugira ibihe byiza mu nteguro na gahunda zose Televiziyo Rwanda ikomeza kubagezaho. Mukomeze kugira ibihe byiza aho muri mwese.